Alright, so we're continuing on with the dividing polynomials using synthetic division worksheet on Mac 1140 Pre-Calculus, and we're picking up on question 4, and it's stating that it wants us to divide and write our answer in fraction form. So we're dividing 9x raised to the power of 5 minus 9x to the power of 4 minus x cubed minus 12x squared plus x minus 11 divided by 3x minus 5. So let's go ahead and set this up in the form of synthetic division. So your numerator for the division is going to be your radicand. So it's going to be under the radicand. And then your denominator is what is going to be outside of it. So let's go ahead and write that out. So this is going to be 3x minus 5. And the inside is going to be your entire numerator. Now that we have that, we can go ahead and start doing our synthetic division. So what do we need to multiply 3x by to get to 9x fifth? So we know that to get 3 to 9, we have to multiply that by positive 3. And to get x to x raised to the power of 5, you have to multiply that by x raised to the power of 4. Because x1, x to the fourth, you add the exponents, and that gives you 5. So when we do that, you're going to bring that down, write that down here. So 3 times 3 is 9, x fourth times x is x to the fifth. Multiply your second term by it, so negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, x to the fourth. Then you're going to go ahead, distribute that negative, get negative x raised to the power of 5, and positive 15x raised to the power of 4. That'll cancel out our first term, and it'll leave you with positive 6x raised to the power of 4. You're going to drop down what you have remaining left. And you're going to repeat the process. To get 3 to 6, you're going to multiply it by positive 2. To get x to the x fourth, you're going to add on that x raised to the power of 3x cubed. And then you're going to multiply out your first term, so you'll have 6x fourth, and then negative 5 times 2 is negative 10, x to the third. You're going to distribute out that negative, so you'll get negative 6x raised to the power of 4 and positive 10x cubed. Cancel out our first term. That'll leave us with 9x raised to the power of 3. Bring down what you have left. Repeat the process again. 3 to get to 9, you can multiply it by positive 3. To get to x cubed, you're going to add on that x squared. And then you're going to bring that down here, so you're going to have 9x cubed. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15x squared. Distribute out that negative, so you're going to have negative 9x cubed plus 15x squared. Cancel out your first term. It'll leave you with positive 3x squared. Bring down what you have left. Do it again. To get to 3, it's just a 1, so you're going to do 1 to get to x squared and multiply by x. That'll get you minus 3x squared. 5 times x is negative 5x. Distribute out that negative. That'll cancel out our first term, and it'll leave you with 6x. Bring down what you have left, negative 11. Do that one more time. All we have to do this time is multiply it by 3 times 2 is 6, so you'll get 6x. 5 times 2 is 10, so you'll get minus 10. And then when you distribute out that negative, you'll have negative 6x, positive 10, so you'll be left with a remainder of negative 1. So to write this out in fraction form, you're going to take what you have above the radicand. You're going to write that out, so you're going to have 3x raised to the power of 4 plus 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus x plus 2. And then you take your remainder and you set that over your divisor. So 3x minus 5. And you write that next to it. So since it's a negative, it's going to be negative minus 1 divided by 3x minus 5. And that is going to be your final answer in fraction form. Moving on to question 5, we're doing the same instructions. We're doing synthetic division and writing our answer in fraction form. So let's go ahead and set this up exactly how we did it last time, with our denominator outside the radicand and our numerator inside the radicand as our argument. Now that we have that set up, let's go ahead and use synthetic division. To get x to x raised to the power of 4, you have to multiply that by x cubed. Let's go ahead and bring that down. You'll have x raised to the power of 4, negative 5 times x cubed is negative 5x cubed. Now we're going to distribute that negative sign, so that ends up canceling out our first term. It makes this positive, so that you have 2x cubed remaining, so that you have 4x cubed remaining. Bring down all your remaining terms. To get x to 4x cubed, you're going to multiply by a positive 4. Then you're going to add on an x squared to get to x cubed. Bring that down, so x times 4x squared is going to be 4x cubed. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20x squared. Distribute out that negative, it'll end up canceling out our first term and turning our second term positive so that you have x cubed remaining. Bring down all your other terms. Repeat the steps. To get x to x squared, you have to multiply it by a positive x. Bring that down, you'll have an x squared. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Go ahead and write that. Share that negative, so we'll make this x. Cancel out our first term, and they'll turn our 5x positive to where we have 2x remaining. Drop down at negative 19. To get x to 2x, we have to multiply by a positive 2. When we do that, we'll have a 2x minus 10. Distribute out our negative, which will cancel our first term, make our second term positive, and it will leave us with negative 9 as a remainder. So now let's write that in fraction form. Let's take what we have above the radicand and rewrite that over here. And remember, we take our remainder, and since it's negative, we're going to have subtraction between it. You're going to take your remainder and put it over our denominator for our original fraction. So that's going to be x minus 5. And that is going to be your final answer in fraction form.